Okay, they're off. Abney already used his first shroom, so we have a slightly different shroom strat. Another common shroom spot Lunza might use is after the fence turn, which comes up now. No, he keeps his shroom, very interesting shroom strat. He can also opt to use it later. Abney meanwhile goes a bit to the left but had a good hill section. Lunza bumped a bit onto the hills and he hits the mountain. But he's still close. He still has one more shroom than Abney. Oh, Lunza snagged the fence a bit, now he uses his shroom. So now we can tell who's really in the lead, and it's Abney. Both got good hills this time. Abney misses the MT in the tunnel, I think, but he's still barely ahead. It's a close race though. Both do the pre-jump over the hill. Very close. I would say Abney's still just in the lead, but it's not by much. He gets better hills and he takes the first track. Wins it by 0.29. So first win against the pick. 1-0 to Abney. And it's his choice now. So if we have players with strong own picks, that can already be very important to take your opponent's pick. And Abney goes with Luigi Raceway. Very simple, so small mistakes can do the difference here. Abney misses the start boost MT, so that gives Lunza a small lead, I would say. On Luigi Raceway it mostly comes down to very clean driving and the shroom spots. No moving obstacles in your way. Okay, Abney goes for the one shroomer with the mystery boost. Lunza also already spent 2 shrooms, so he's in the lead by 1 second, but of course he spent 1 more shroom. It's very common that people try to use 1 shroom on the lap and 2 on the other. And then on 1 lap you have no shroom. Okay, so Lunza saves the shroom for the last lap. Meanwhile Abney does the 2 shroomer. Quite clean around the wall. A bit of sand in the end. So it's hard to tell who's in the lead because they use different shroom strats. It will all come together after the last turn. Lunza's not far away, but he only has one shroom. Really interesting to see now if he can make up the difference. He looks to be in the lead, but it's close. Oh, he takes it by 1600ths. Very close race. So he equalized already. 2 tracks, 1 against the pick, 1-1. And we move on to Bowser's Castle. Almost perfectly synchronized. I don't have to do anything. Okay, the difficulty on Bowser's Castle is they don't have a ghost to distract the flying thwomps which come up now in this room. So they have to go around. Both got through cleanly. Still looking very similar. Now Abney got the stairs empty, very nice. Lunza missed it. He tried to do some hops there. But he got a tight turn, so he didn't lose much. Okay, going to the second lap. Abney's leading by 0.32. Finally they are on the same shroom strat. Can't really tell when Lunza's missing an MT because he has no audio. Oh, Lunza with a very nice stairs MT. Very tight. He takes the lead barely. Definitely with a better lap 2 so far. But now he misses the jump into the slide. So it's all even now. Abney is in the lead by 0.05, I would say. Oh, Lunza hits the wall. That's a big mistake, and they will throw him back. They managed to squeeze through here. Lunza had trouble. He couldn't start the slide, so no MT. But I think Abney had similar trouble because they're neck and neck. Wow, it's completely synchronized. It's like looking at one race. Who will win it? Abney by 0.03. Wow, so close. Great race. So Abney was more the luckier guy. Takes the lead 2-1. And he chooses one of his favorites, Moo Moo Farm. Will this be the first pick won by the person who chose it? He definitely is the favorite here. Okay, let's see if Lunza takes any risks or if he looks for a mistake from Abney. Because Abney will most likely take a safe but fast route through the last mole patch here, coming up here on the inside, then he goes to the left. Okay, they're still very close. Abney's leading by 0.07, so any missed MT would cost him the lead. But surely there's more to happen. Oh, he went a bit wide here. Lunza got through cleanly so far. So Lunza's in the lead. Late shroom. Oh, and Lunza hit the fence. But still gained 0.02, so it's 0.05 difference. Very close again. Like on the last race. He had a tight shroom but couldn't take all of it. Ah, now he misses the MT and another one. So Abney looking good now. Lunza is really struggling to get the MTs. Risks, takes high risk on the shroom. But it's not enough. So it didn't pay off in the end. He had too many mistakes on the third lap, Lunza. And we go to Sherbetland. A risky track for one try, definitely. Abney goes high risk already on the first crack jump. Ooh, yeah, they cut it really far. The difficulty is to not make a mistake, which throws you out of your comfort zone. Oh, Lunza came to a full stop there. What happened? He snagged the wall with the back of his kart. That was very strange. I couldn't hear it, of course, but I saw that he almost came to a full stop. So what I wanted to say is now Lunza doesn't know exactly where the penguins will be. And I didn't catch the splits, but Abney's ahead by more than a few seconds. So all Abney has to do now is driving cleanly. Lunza meanwhile is shrooming and sorry, at an alternative spot, I wanted to say. And Abney has a good lead still. Can play it quite safe now. He goes between Penguin and the pillar. Only chance Lunza had was if Abney hit that and spun out, but he didn't. So he comfortably takes this with the swag finish. And therefore takes the first set. 4-1. So third win in a row for Abney. Alright, the first set is over, so Lunza, who just lost it, has the next pick again. And we go to the spooky track, Banshee Boardwalk. Both very clean so far. Abney does the additional MT, Lunza leaves it out. It gains very little and you have to be very quick. So they are still about at the same, and Lunza accidentally shroomed twice. He only has one mushroom left, so that's a big disadvantage. Maybe he got a small short bounce there and wasn't sure if he triggered the mushroom. So he has a small lead by 0.18, but that doesn't make up his lost shroom. And he did a small mistake. Abney is already slightly in the lead. Oh, and Lunza hits the wall with his last shroom. So Abney in the lead with one more shroom. Lunza misses another MT and another one. He's missing quite a lot of MTs if I see that right. Abney gains a second and still has a shroom left. So he's in a comfortable position. Still has to watch out and concentrate to not fall off. Oh, Lunza got stuck there, I didn't see that. But yeah, Abney came through cleanly, so it was all over. So Abney takes it. The opening track. And another Abney favorite, where he has been very strong in this league, Kalimari Desert. So Abney taking Lunza's first pick in this set once again. Okay, we see different strats here. Lunza shrooming over the hills, Abney doing the shroomless hill hopping, which can be faster, but you have to time your jumps very well there. Looks like Abney didn't have the best hill hopping. But I'm curious which shroom strat Lunsa will do. He's behind by a tenth. Now both do hill hopping, but Lunsa misses an important hop and another one. I know how that feels. It's a struggle. You have to be very precise, especially with the last jump off the hill. Oh, Lunsa's shrooming on the second lap now. So 102 is a common shroom strat for Division 1 players here, and abney does it. But Lunsa does 111. So he's a bit ahead now, and maybe he will run into trouble with the train on the first crossing. He's ahead by 0.6, stays on the track. Abney does the hill hops. And Lunsa is just slow enough to go behind the train, but he only has one shroom. And he misses an MT. So Abney has a big advantage. Yeah, it looks like Abney will take this one. As expected, because he's very strong here. So 2-0 for Abney. And we stay in the Mushroom Cup. Koopa Troopa Beach is our next stop. Okay, the obvious hurdle is getting the tunnel jump 3 times. And the question is, how much will these guys risk? Will they do a drift, an MT into the tunnel? Both going forward. I'm not sure if Lunsa got it, but yeah, seems like he had a good speed in the tunnel. He has a slight lead. No, Abney leads by 0.04. So 1 frame. I think Lunsa this time missed an MT. But sometimes you don't see the orange smoke if you release it very quickly. So he's still looking good. Oh, but Abney misses the tunnel. That's what I spoke about. These guys have to risk. And doing that slide into the tunnel is not easy in a 1-try scenario. So all Lunsa has to do now is make that jump into the tunnel on lap 3. But I'm not sure if he watches the restream or Abney's stream. Ooh, that was close. I assume he doesn't watch, because he went risky there. Abney misses again, but doesn't make any difference. So Lunsa takes this one. Abney showing the backup jump. And is cruising home now. So Lunsa is on the board in the second set. Abney still leading 2-1. And we go to Toad's Turnpike. Lunsa is not happy about it. Everyone is picking this against him for some reason. He once said to me he hasn't picked it at all in this league, but it's his most played track. At least it feels like it. Because everyone plays it against him. Oh, Lunsa hitting the guardrail a couple of times. So did Abney. The traffic is not difficult on the opening lap here. There's usually one bus people are shrooming inside of, especially Division 1 players, because it's very awkward to charge an MT there. Lunsa missed the slide and almost ran into the bus. So the most problematic traffic will come up right at the end of this run, on this straight here, in 2 laps. So both hit the guardrail here and there. Abney leads by 0.21. The shroom, the first one, is coming up now. Abney goes for it, Lunsa doesn't. But he had a comfortable way to squeeze through there. It looked quite clean. But whenever you have to hold your slide a bit longer than normally, it loses you a bit of time. You only benefit from the MT boost after the release. So hard to compare now. Abney already using his second shroom. Lunsa still has the triple. These guys use a lot of different shroom strats. Abney already used his last one, Lunsa his first one now. So Abney leads by a bit more than 1 second, but Lunsa has still 2 shrooms left. I assume that is not enough, but it depends on these guys driving. It looked like Abney had the cleaner race so far. Lunsa uses his second shroom and his third shroom. Interesting to use it here, and he's clearly behind. So he didn't get enough out of these shrooms. And he takes some wide lines. He doesn't get the cleanest SSMTs on this straight. So it's Abney's race to lose. He's clearly in the lead now. Oh yeah, and he comes through to take this. So 3-1 for Abney. He increases the gap here and has the set point now. And we go to Yoshi Valley. Very nice pick, interesting. One of the most complex and difficult tracks in one try especially. Alright, here we go. AB spin start. Oh, Abney hit the fence. And he gets sucked in by that volcano wall. Very awkward. Oh, but Lunsa falls off. That little pre-hop, the double hop, came too early. So he left the track way too early for that ambitious line he took. And Abney is definitely aware of the situation. He goes to the right and then left. Lunza gets stuck and goes backwards. He already gives up? Wow. Then he must watch it too. He goes to the shortcut. So he enjoys some time in the valley. So Abney took the second fastest path, which is much more free of spinies and yeah, much safer to go. Let's see where he goes. He takes the longest one just to show all the paths. That's the longest one you can take. There's still more on the left, but you only have 3 laps. And Lunza must have hit the shortcut. I didn't watch. Abney goes around the hairpin turn now. The rare place you normally don't drive on, because jumping off the hairpin is considered non-shortcut. So yeah, Yoshi Valley definitely produces amazing, funny races. Always happening something. So Lunza gets the 10 minutes because he took a shortcut and he paused, so 2 reasons already. And that's the second set for Abney. Again, 4 tracks to 1. Okay, Lunza will pick again to open the third set with Mario Raceway. Okay, most important here is the mushroom cut, obviously. Very tricky. Both get through, but Abney was thrown a bit to the right side, so he stayed longer on the grass, but Lunza hits the wall a bit here. He still has a small lead. Okay, Lunza leads by 0.13. But again, they have to make it twice through here. They can't play it safe. Both very clean this time. So Lunza still in the lead, should maintain the same difference, maybe a bit more. Yes. So he's ahead by 0.29 now. And he gets a very clean mushroom cut. Looking very strong. Not much Abney can do now. Yeah, very clean race. A mid 128 from Lunza. Very nice. Okay, so 1-0 to Lunza. And since the track pools have been reset in this third set. Abney's allowed to play and pick one of his favorites again. Kalimari Desert. Okay, I think Lunza keeps his strat from last time. So does Abney. At least Lunza's not comfortable enough to do the hill ups at the start. But I think it's a good choice, as you can see. It's very hard to match such a good lap with the start shroom by doing hill ups. In fact, Lunza's ahead by 0.03, but now he has to do the hill ups as well. He gets very nice ones. So did Abney. This is a much closer race so far. So who has the better MTs off-road? You slow down quite much, so it's not easy to get them stringed together. Lunza hits the fence a bit. So since we talk about such small margins, Abney is in the lead now. By about 0.3. And it looks like he got the better hill ups. Oh, Abney! He shroomed into the fence. He took it too tight. So that should give Lunza the golden opportunity to take this race very late. It's still close though. But yeah, Lunza takes it. So that was a surprising swing in the end. And Lunza built his lead, extended it 2-0. And he takes us to Choco Mountain again. Is this the start of a comeback? Last time they played, Lunza won one set, so it was 3-1 for Abney. And very close in overall tracks. Much closer than so far in this match. Oh, Abney hits the left and then the right wall. It completely put him off his rhythm there. So Lunza with the early lead, but not by much. Abney shrooming here. Lunza again saves the shroom, like he did last time. But Abney got good hills, but only had a lead of a single hundredth, using one more shroom than Lunza. So the German still has the advantage here. Both going very tight around here. Now they're even on shrooms. Lunza with a slight lead. Both get the good hill, so he keeps the lead. 0.3 going to the last lap. And yeah, Abney had to risk. Went for a bit too much here. You can slide onto some of the not steeper hills. But the one where he crashed is definitely costly. Lunsa again with a very nice left turn around the guardrail here. And he takes another track. Well played. (3-0) for Lunsa, and he arrived at set point. And we go into the jungle, Donkey Kong's Jungle Parkway. For me personally, the most difficult one in a one try. There's so much which can go wrong. Nice start there, in sync, almost. So if you are not familiar with this track, there's a lot to speak about. Most important, the jump off the ramp here. Oh, did Abney hit the rail? I didn't see it. Both very safe jumps, or very bad jumps. Depends on how you see it and what they aimed for. And Abney, yeah, he recovered with a mushroom, so Lunsa chooses to use it in the cave, probably. Yeah, he shrooms up here, so he has a good lead now. Abney about 2 seconds behind. Oh, Lunsa goes into the grass. So Abney can catch up a bit here. Lunsa with a very aggressive jump, but Abney even more. He can gain some time now, because after this very good jump to the left, he shroomed over the grass, which is a bit faster than using the mushroom in the cave. So he's virtually in the lead now, or actually in the lead, but Lunsa still has his mushroom. And regains the lead. I don't know the exact difference, maybe about 0.7, 0.8 in Lunsa's favor. Looks like it's less now. Both with similar jumps, and Abney decides to shroom. Oh, he hits the trees. Without these hits it would have been very close. Now I would say it's definitely Lunsa's race to lose. He has a small distance to Abney, but not much, and he still has his mushroom. So all he has to do is get up in the cave. Don't tumble here. And he doesn't. So he takes the set with a clean sheet this time. So, similar to their last match, we go to a fourth set. And it's Toad's Turnpike again. Lunsa's offering to skip that track and just give Abney the win. He has a chance. But yeah, Lunsa's on the set board. 2 sets to 1 for Abney still. Who only needs one more set. Interesting that Abney won 2 sets by 4 tracks to 1, but now Lunza won 4 tracks in a row. That should give him confidence, even for his most unliked track. Most disliked one. So let's see again if Lunza, who just hit the guardrail, decides to use his shroom in quite unusual ways. I mean, there's no superb and superior shroom spot here. Maybe inside the bus on lap 2, but it's only marginally faster. But still, people are used to some shroom spot, and the first time they raced here, Lunza showed some other spots which didn't really give him anything. Going to the second lap, they are exactly tied, but Lunza already has used 1 shroom to get this opening lap. Oh, and he gets stuck a bit in the fence and he hits the bus. That killed all of his speed and put him off his normal line. So Abney currently is looking good to break the streak of Lunza's wins. Oh, and Lunza shrooms into the guardrail, which sends him to the left into another car, into the truck here. So this race is almost over. No way Abney can do so many mistakes in 1 lap, I think. And Lunza gives up already. Tries the shortcut. He has to get stuck in order to line up the shortcut jump. Oh, but he spins out. And he gets stuck again. After Lucky 2 puts you down, you have to be quick in order to go through. And he DQs. So Abney could shake off that quite brutal 3rd set. And gets a nice sub. So Abney 1-0 in the lead. And we go to Banshee Boardwalk once again. Perfect sync. Hopefully very long in this race. Abney again goes for the extra MT, but had a late next MT, so he didn't gain anything. Got a bounce and had to shroom a bit later. If you time it perfectly, you can anticipate your landing, or Lunza missed an MT, I think. And you can shroom through this bounce, but it's very hard to do. And he didn't manage to do that. Does another extra MT, and he's in the lead by 0.1. Bit wide here on this turn from Abney. Oh! His line wasn't good and he could not recover. So he fell down in the zigzag turn. You have to be very precise here. When you drive aggressively, then it can easily happen when you are off your line that you fall off, unless you try to rescue your jump there. Oh, Lunza, close to fall off there as well, on the other side. But he still had it in control. And Abney, I didn't see what he exactly does, but yeah. Probably was risking very much. Had no chance, because Lunza has a cleaner race, didn't fall off. So Lunza takes it and equalizes the 4th set. We haven't seen both finish in this set. That also shows you that they partly have good picks against the opponent, and that they take high risk. And we visit the farm once again. Mumu Farm. Okay, we have a false start. Both on the same pace so far, very clean. Slightly different approach to the shroom. Lunza just was able to finish that charge, but is 0.01 behind, which is not much. Abney hit the fence there, I think. Very close still. Lunza with the late shroom again. Not as clean as Abney's. And yeah, Abney extended his lead to a bit over half a second. Yeah, Abney goes clean through the molds and takes this once again. So he's up 2-1 now. Needs 2 more tracks to seal the match here. And we revisit Sherbetland. Lunza picks it, has good memories. Or did Abney win last time? Can't remember. Someone... Ah yeah, Lunza messed up, I think. So he's trying again. He thinks that won't happen 2 times. Oh, Abney had to hold that slide a bit long and catches the wall. Ooh, it just goes over. That was close. He had no MT speed. Lunza hits the wall a bit on the cave entrance. Very late shroom from him. but a tight one. Abney misses an MT, Lonza hits the wall. Similar mistakes in time loss, because it's close. Lonza's leading by 0.12. Abney hit the wall again. So both are trying to go aggressive on the crack jumps. Oh, Lonza hits the wall once again and another time. And he shrooms into the wall. So that turns it around. Abney in the lead now. Abney with a big lead of 0.8 approximately. Oh, and Lonza was too slow to make it past that penguin. So yeah, too many wall hits and a penguin on top for Lonza. Abney can still enjoy this track and do the swag finish once more. So with this win, Abney has a 3-1 lead and has match point now. And we get the first Joker pick of the match from no one else than the shortcut champ, of course. Lonza already very high ranked in shortcuts, I believe in 6th. But Abney the #1 player of shortcut land. And we have a small break. Oh, okay, Lonza's ready now. He had to change his controller. So both are ready for Wario Stadium shortcut. Each player has 1 Joker pick per match, is once allowed to declare a pick open to shortcuts. And Abney does it now on match point. It's a very classic track for shortcuts because there's not much driving. You will see many wall jumps. And both fail the first one. Now they get over, almost in sync. Oh, Lonza gets over, very nice. 9.94 like a sprinter on the first lap. And he gets the second lap even faster, 8.43, wow. Almost perfect race from Lonza. Does that count? Yes, it counts. Wow, Lonza, 26.50. That's almost impossible to beat. Abney not shabby either. But he had a few misses. So, well done. Very high level shortcut race. Well done. That was a great display from 2 skilled shortcut players. But Lonza saves a match point. To beat the champ on a shortcut track is really a good achievement. He deserved that one, and 26.50 is one of the best one tries we had, I think. He gets picked a bit, but you don't see it that often. And Lonza takes us to Yoshi Valley. He's gambling a bit. High variance track. He has to win 2 in a row, his pick, and then potentially the next one. Okay, we have some discussion about the pick, if it's allowed or not. Right, seems like Yoshiveli was picked in the second set. So it's all good. So as you can see, players take it very seriously and it's a close match. And Abney, of course, doesn't like to play it now. Otherwise he would not have asked. But still, match point only for him. First lap is the easiest one, and this time nobody got stuck anywhere. Lunsa clipped the fence a bit, but it didn't slow him down too much. Well, Abney on the edge of falling off. That was scary. Very close. But he took the most aggressive line, so he's leading by 0.23. Both still without spiny hits. Both with a hit now. Lunsa got stuck there, and Abney spun out uphill. Didn't lose that much speed. Lunsa very aggressive on the hairpin, but he has to now. He was a bit unlucky to get stuck there. So Abney with a big lead. More than 1.5 seconds. Lunsa goes to the right. And Abney spins out once again. Wow, now it's close. But Abney's still in the lead. Yeah, he has a decent lead still. So Lunsa played it too safe. It was not the right decision. And because of that, Abney wins this one and takes the match. Just checking the times again, okay. So congrats to Abney, he wins 3-1 in sets. We had not many close sets, but close races here and there. And Lunsa definitely did a good job on the third set to take that 4-0, and especially on Warrior Stadium shortcut. That was exceptionally well. Actually, well played by both. But in the end, Abney wins it 3-1. Alright, so that's the second Division 1 top division match of today. There's one more coming up for you if you're interested. And it's Abney once again against Zoki, who played against me earlier today. So we catch up with some matches, and if you like to see that one as well, then tune in again on Speed Gaming. Channel has not been assigned yet, I think. Not yet, but will be assigned. But it's somewhere on Speed Gaming definitely at 5:30 PM Eastern Time. So that's another top match. And tomorrow we have two more. We have Climate versus Kyle. First Speed Gaming restream appearance for him. A match of the second division. And then we have Brian against Bisso of the third division, also tomorrow. So a packed weekend in the One Try League. We are about 1 month away from finishing off the regular season. And players have to get their final wins to qualify. And yeah, that was it so far from my side. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a good match again between these two. They will play once more. They will have a replacement match because VHA quit the league, and that means we have hopefully one more interesting match between Lunsa and Abney. And I get confirmation in the chat Lewis against Lars tomorrow, interdivision match. Also one I look forward to. It has potential to be a close one, hopefully. So see you again next time, guys. Thanks for joining in, and bye from my side. See you.